We've talked about the area of a rectangle and a triangle and a trapezoid. That's what we did yesterday. And so today, what we're going to start on is some shapes where we're going to put several things together, and you have to figure out the area of each one, and that'll tell you the total area of it. So that's sort of what we're leading into today. So we're going to start with these examples real quick. These are not on your paper anywhere, so just look up here for a second. So if this is a rectangle, somebody tell me the base and the height. What are they? Jay?
10, 8, and 6, and 5.
So 10 and 5. 10 and 5 are the base and the height. And does it matter which one we call the base or the height? It doesn't really matter. Okay, so since it's a rectangle, what is the length of this side right here? It's 5, right? Because it matches the other side. So if it's 5 on the one side, it's also 5 on the other side. Okay? That's kind of a common understanding, but this will help you a little bit. So what's the length of this one at the bottom? 10. 5 and 10. Okay? So if you're given a shape and you know one side of it, you automatically know the other side. Okay? Let's talk about this one. This one is also a rectangle. We know that. Even though it looks like a square, it's really a rectangle. Because one thing you have to be careful of is when you're looking at a shape, it could be stretched, so it could look different. You always want to look at measurements and not eyeball it. Don't eyeball it because sometimes you'll get it wrong. So it says that this side is how long? 3 centimeters. So this one is also 3 centimeters. The bottom is 4 centimeters, so how long is the top? 4 centimeters. Okay? We get that. We call these corresponding sides. This side and this side are corresponding. This one and this one are corresponding. This one, that one, that one. They're corresponding, meaning they're the same length. Okay? Now let's talk about this one. This one is a little bit different. It's made up of 2 whats? Rectangles. Good. It's made up of 2 rectangles. So we can divide it into 2 rectangles and find the base and the height of each one. So I'm going to divide it like this. When we're doing our examples today, I want you to divide them vertically. That means up and down, except for there's one that's easier to divide horizontally. But for purposes of getting this all, being able to compare, I want you to divide them up and down whenever you can. So let's talk about this big rectangle right here. What are the base and the height of the big rectangle? 6 and 8, right? Because we have an 8 here and we have a 6 here. Somebody tell me why there is a 15 right there. Somebody tell me why there's a 15. This is key to understanding the rest of what we're going to do. Why, Michelle, is there a 15 right there?
There's a 15 there because that's like all the shape's base.
It's the length all the way across, isn't it? It goes from here to here. So 15 is not the length of this side, right? Because this side is the same as that side. So this base is 8, not 15. 15 is there to tell us that 15 is all the way across. Do you see that? That's very important to understand. So how about the base and the height of this one? What are the base and the height of the smaller one? 7 and 2. 7 and 2. So how about this little line that begins there and ends there? How long is that line right there? 2. Okay. And how long is this one that begins here and ends there? 7. Not 15 again, right? But if we added up this one plus that one, what do we get? 15, the entire length of it. That's how we know we're right. Okay? So just remember, even though this says 15, that's the length from here all the way to there. But for the base and the height of this one, we have 8 and 8, and 6 and 6. For this one, we have 7 and 7, 2 and 2. You with me so far?
So you would just basically break it.
This one is shaped like an L. So we're going to divide it into 2 rectangles so that we can use it. Now, the first step is to draw a vertical line separating it into 2 rectangles. So do that. Draw yourself a line right there. And then I want you to choose one of your 2 colors that you just chose. Pick up one of them. And I want you to lightly, not like soak your paper because you won't be able to read through it. I want you to lightly shade the bigger of the 2 rectangles. So lightly shade this one color. Just like that. Lightly shade it. Then I want you to get your other color and lightly shade the other one. Okay, the reason that you are shading these is to help you see the difference between the two shapes that you're using. And we're going to find the base, the height, and the area of each one of those two shapes, and then we're going to add those two together to get our total shape. So let's start with the big one. First step is to write the formula, thank you. So write area equals, you're going to need to save space, so don't write it too big. And since it's a rectangle, it's base times height. If it was a triangle, what would it be? 1/2 base times height. But since it's a rectangle, it's base times height. So area equals, the base and the height are 8 and 3. So 8 times 3. Area equals, 8 times 3 is 24. And it's 24 feet squared. You with me so far? Okay, so down at the bottom where you see a little blank, write 24. You don't have to write feet squared at this point. You can write that at the end. Now let's go to the second shape. The formula again is area equals base times height. Why do we keep writing the formula? To remember it. Also because formulas tell us what to do. So area equals base times height. And then what are the base and the height of the little rectangle? 5 and 3. Okay, so be careful, because some of you might look at this 8 and say that the base of it, bless you, is 8. But remember, 8 is the distance from here to here, right? That's why we're not using that one. We only want that one and that one, because those are the base and the height of that shape. So the base and the height are 5 and 3. 5 times 3. Area equals 15 feet squared. So our second shape is 15. Rating those at the bottom, 24 and 15. Okay, then we're going to add those two together. What are we going to get?
39.
Very good, 39. And it is in feet squared. 39 feet squared. Okay, you see it? Yes, no, maybe. Okay, we're going to do number 7 together because number 7 tends to confuse people. It is made up of two shapes. Okay, for a second, ignore the dashed line down the middle. I'm going to tell you why it's there in a second. But if you ignore the dashed line, what are the two shapes it's made of? A rectangle and a triangle. So let's go ahead and draw a line separating the rectangle and the triangle here. Okay, and then we're going to shade those two shapes, just like we did a minute ago. So we're going to shade the rectangle, and then we're also going to shade the triangle. Okay? So let's start with the rectangle, and we'll write the formula, just like we did. So area equals base times height. Okay, how about the base and the height of the rectangle? What are they?
5 and 4.
5 and 4, because there's one here and one there. 5 times 4. So that's 20. It's in feet, and they are squared. That's our first one. Then for our triangle, area equals 1/2 base times height. Don't forget that part. It's not base times height, right? It's a triangle, so it's 1/2 base times height. So it tells us now we have to figure out the base and the height. And I just want to ask you a question. Which number on here do you not need? Don't call it out. Just think for a second. There is a number on here that is unimportant. Number, as a matter of fact, that number is written 2 times. And it is completely unimportant. Sierra, which one is it? The 3, because the 3 is for slanted lines. And remember, we never count slanted lines. So those 2 3s are not either the base or the height. Okay? Now, so for this triangle, what is the base of it? How many people think it's 5? How many people think it's 4? Most of you have no opinion. Okay, but look, The base of it is the side of this rectangle, and like we were just talking about, this one and this one are the same. So isn't the base of it 5? It is. So area equals 1/2 times 5. Now, what is the height of it? 4. 4 right here. You see it? The height from there to there is 4. Yes? Bless you. Area equals 1/2 times 5 times 4. That would be 10 feet squared. So I'm going to put a 10 there. Our total area is 30 feet, but squared also, right? Don't forget that part. Okay. Now you're going to practice this on your worksheet.